This is Vasudev Panda. Welcome to Master of English. Welcome to another class, another live class, plus two second year students. That is your chapter on examination. You are correct on examination. So, good morning, Dola. Yeah. So we have already completed the first unit of on examination. Today we'll go for the second unit. In the first unit ଆମେ ପଢ଼ି ସାରିଛେ ଅଲରେଡ଼ି ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ୟୁନିଟ୍ରେ ଯେ ଅଥର କିଭଳିଆ ଏକ୍ଜାମିନେସନ୍ ବିଷୟରେ ନିଜର ଏକ୍ସପେରିଏନ୍ସ ସବୁ ସେୟାର କରିଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ସେଇ ଏକ୍ସପେରିଏନ୍ସ ସବୁ ସେ ଏଇ ପ୍ରୋଜ୍ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଜଣାଇବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହିଁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ କିଭଳିଆ ସେ ଭଲ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ ତଥାପି ଯେହେତୁ ମାନେ ପରୀକ୍ଷାରେ ଭଲ କରିପାରୁନଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କର ହେଡ଼ମାଷ୍ଟର ଡକ୍ଟର ୱେଲ୍ଡନ୍ ଯିଏ ଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ରଚେଷ୍ଟା ସତ୍ତ୍ୱେ he was not a man who was believing in paper manifestation. Good morning, Kiran. Paper manifestation. So namaste, God bless you, beta. That's why by his grace, by the grace of his headmaster, he was able to able to pass the examination, and that was in the Harrow, and his previous school was Eton. There also, he was studying, and he has told at the end that what are the roll call system of Harrow and Eton. So these are the things that were being vividly discussed in the previous unit of on examination. Today we'll see आम आज यही यूनिट रे आम जानिबा जे गोटे टीचर इन्फ्लुएंस गोटे स्टूडेंट ऊपर किभली गोटे स्टूडेंट गोटे भल टीचर पाइले किभली माने डेवलप करे आउ तार महत्व तापर प्रेजेंट रे आम जो पाठ सब पढ़ुछु से पाठ सब फ्यूचर रे केमती काम दिए आम जो परीक्षा को माने परीक्षा को बोझ भलिया नउछु से परीक्षा आमर केते हेल्पफुल हुए इन फ्यूचर रे आज से विषय रे आमर सेकेंड पाराटा अछि एंड टुडे विल कंप्लीट द टेक्स्ट द on examination. Okay, 4 students are there, no problem. We'll start the topic today. So what happens, the first line of the second paragraph is like, I continued in this unpretentious situation. Unpretentious means unfavorable. Unpretentious कहले unfavorable, जोटा हमको सुहाए ना हमको भलो लगे ना ताको हम unpretentious बोली कहू. unpretentious, unpretentious. So I continued in this unpretentious situation for nearly a year. गोटे वर्ष गला ए भलिया गोटे वर्ष बीतीगला ए भलिया सिचुएशन माने मु निजको निजे आई वाज फीलिंग माय सेल्फ इनसल्टेड मते भल लागु नथिला मु इनसल्ट फील करथली बुझिला मु इनसल्ट फील करथली से for nearly a year. However, by being so long in the lowest form, by being so long in the lowest form, a lowest form रे continuous रहिला भितरे बहुत दिन धरी रहिला भितरे by being so long in this situation बहुत दिन रहिबा फल रे कोन हैला I gained an immense advantage, immense प्रबल मात्रा बहुत I gained मु पाइल I gained an immense advantage मतलब बहुत लाभ है. Good morning. Yes. So advantage over the cleverest boys, over the cleverest boys, clever पिला माने जो माने चलाक पिला माने थिले clever पिला माने थिले से मान को मु बेसी लाभ पाइले. कहीं की लाभ पाइले? Why did I get, or what did I get from there, what are the profits, ଲାଭ କ'ଣ ହେଲା, ସେ ଲାଭ ବିଷୟରେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା। ଠିକ ଅଛି। Clever boys, they all went on to learn Latin and Greek. And those clever boys, who are the so-called clever boys, they went on to learn Latin and Greek. ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଭଲ ପିଲା ବୋଲି ମାନେ ଯେଉଁମାନଙ୍କୁ ପରିଗଣିତ ହେଉଥିଲା, ଯେଉଁମାନଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ ଭାବୁଥିଲୁ ଯେ ଭଲ ପିଲା ବୋଲିକି, ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ହାରର ସ୍କୁଲରେ କ'ଣ ହେଉଥିଲା, ମାନେ ଲାଟିନ୍ ଆଉ ଗ୍ରୀକ୍ ପଢ଼ା ହେଉଥିଲା। କ'ଣ ପଢ଼ା ହେଉଥିଲା? ଲାଟିନ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଗ୍ରୀକ୍। Okay. Greek and splendid things like that, and splendid things like that, ଆଉ ସେଭଳିଆ କିଛି ଚମତ୍କାରୀ ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ଯାହାକୁ ସେମାନେ ସ୍ପ୍ଲେଣ୍ଡିଡ ବୋଲି କହୁଥିଲେ, ଚମତ୍କାରୀ ଜିନିଷ ବୋଲି କହୁଥିଲେ, ସେଭଳିଆ ଜିନିଷ ସେମାନେ ପଢୁଥିଲେ। they were just studying those splendid things. Okay, like that. But I was taught English, but I was taught English, ମୁଁ କ'ଣ ପଢୁଥିଲି? ମୁଁ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢୁଥିଲି। I was taught English, ମୋତେ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ା ହେଉଥିଲା। ପିଲେ ଯେମିତି ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷାକୁ ଗୁରୁତ୍ୱ ଦିଆଯାଏ ନାହିଁ, ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷାକୁ ମହତ୍ତ୍ୱ ଦିଆଯାଏ ନାହିଁ, ସେଭଳିଆ ଇଂଲଣ୍ଡରେ କ'ଣ ହୁଏ? ଇଂଲିଶକୁ ମହତ୍ତ୍ୱ କିଏ ଦିଅନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ, କାରଣ ଗାଁ କନିଆ ସିଙ୍ଗାଣି ନାକି ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଜାଣିଛେ। Yes or no? So nobody was giving importance to English in that country, that means in England. So what happens here? Like that. But I was taught English. We were considered such dunces. DUNCES. कौन? Dunce. Dunce कहले बोका. So we are considered such dunces. Such dunces that we could learn only English. That we could learn only English. हमको एभलिया बोका बोली कि से माने धरने थिले, जो माने कौन करथिले, जो माने केवल इंग्लिश एका पढ़ी पारिबे आउ किसी पढ़ी पारिबे नाही, एमती गोटे धारणा थिला। कोठी? सी इंग्लैंड रे, सी हैरो स्कूल रे, जे ए माने गध पिला माने आउ ए माने केवल बायो वर्ल्ड। गुड मॉर्निंग बायो। नो प्रॉब्लम। ओके, एंजॉय द क्लास, टेल अदर स्टूडेंट टू जॉइन मी। So what happens? Could learn only English. Okay, so we the students, dumb students or dull students, they were thinking that only we are just capable of learning English and other language is beyond our limits. ସେମାନେ କ'ଣ କହୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ଅଲଗା ଭାଷା ଆମେ ପଢ଼ି ପାରିବୁ ନାହିଁ, ଆମେ ଅଲଗା ଚାପ୍ଟର ଜାଣିପାରିବୁ ନାହିଁ, ଆମେ କେବଳ କେଉଁଟା ପଢ଼ିପାରିବୁ? ଆମେ କେବଳ ଇଂରାଜୀ ପଢ଼ିପାରିବୁ। ଏମିତି ଧାରଣା ଗୋଟେ ଥିଲା। କେଉଁଠି? हैरो स्कूल रे। तो जो मैंने तले रोते जो पिला माने डल बोली कहला से माने कौन पढ़ुले? दे वर ओनली बीइंग टॉट इंग्लिश, से माने केवल इंग्लिश पढ़ा होतला। मिस्टर समरवेल, in this paragraph the important character is Mr. Somervell, the English teacher. Who was the English teacher? What is the name of the English teacher? Mr. Somervell was the English teacher. So what happens? Mr. Somervell, the English teacher, okay, a most delightful man. He was a most delightful man. बहुत बढ़िया मनीष थे, बहुत भल शिक्षक थे कि मिस्टर Somervell. So and a most delightful man to whom my debt is great. To whom my debt is great. जहांको पाखरे मो सदा सर्वदा ऋणी, जहांकर ऋण मो पाई अभुला हेकि रहिबो। टू हुम माय डेप्ट इज ग्रेट, डेप्ट कहले ऋण, डेप्ट इज ग्रेट, was charged with the duty of teaching the stupidest boys the most disregarded thing, and he was charged with the most regarded thing to the most stupidest boy. सबुठार गध पिला मानकु सबुठार खराब सब्जेक्ट से पढ़ुथिले तांको भाषा रे, इंग्लैंड रो भाषा रे एटा जे सबुठार गध पिला मानकु सबुठार खराब सब्जेक्ट, इंग्रजी के सबुठार माने खराब सब्जेक्ट थिला, आ जो पिला माने तळे रहउथिले से माने सबुठार गध थिले। तो किए से चार्ज थिला? वाज इन चार्ज? यस, मिस्टर Somervell was in charge of teaching that particular subject, that is your English. Namely, to write the duty of teaching the stupidest boys in the most namely to write mere English. And he was in charge that he will teach the students to how that they will be able to write English. तो केवल इंग्लिश लेखिपारे जमी से चार्ज दिखाई जे केवल आपमती पढ़ातु से बेस किसी करवा दरकार केवल लेखिपारा दैट्स ऑल ठीक अच्छे he knew how to do it and the person Mr. Somerville knew how to do it से जानी थिले एटा केमती करा जीवो ए कामटा केमती करा जीवो केमती पढ़ा जाई परिबो तांको भल से जणा थिला काहको भल से जणा थिला मिस्टर समरवेल द इंग्लिश टीचर को भल से जणा थिला यस मिस्टर समरवेल डोला यू आर करेक्ट namely to write mere English. He knew how to do it. He taught it as no one else has ever taught. And he taught it as no one else has ever taught. See, एभलिया पढ़ाउथिले जे दुनिया रे केबे को शिक्षक इंग्रजी से एभलिया पढ़ू नथिले. So he knew how to taught it and he knew the way as no one in this world can teach. आउ किए भी एमती पढ़ू नथिबे से सेते सुंदर भावरे पढ़ाउथिले के मिस्टर समरवेल. Yes. And he taught as no one else has ever taught. Not only did we learn English parsing thoroughly, English parsing, how to divide a sentence. Parsing means division of a sentence. Sentence ko bhaga karibata. That is called parsing. And we knew English parsing. Ame kon jani galu? English parsing. English रे बाकी सब केमती element wise clause, phrase, subject, predicate, verb, adverb, adjunct, how to just parse them, how to divide them, we'll learn. I mean, by the help of whom? By the help of Mr. Somerville. Yes or no? Okay. Taught thoroughly, but we also practice continually English. I mean, केवल जानी लो सेते के नहीं, we also practice continuously. हमें constant practice करूँ कौन practice करूँ learning English. We were practicing constantly. Okay. Fairly long sentence analysis. Mr. Somerville had a system of his own. Mr. Somerville had a system of his own. Mr. Somerville he has developed a personal system. Nijaswa system se develop kartile. Kemti padha habo. That was his own system. He has his own system. निज सिस्टम से पाठ पढ़ुले निज हिसाब से पाठ पढ़ुले केमती पढ़ाऊले had a system of his own. He took a fairly long sentence. से कौन करते he was taking a fairly long sentence. गोटे लंबा वाक्य नहीं जाऊले कि मिस्टर समरवेल he took a fairly long sentence. गोटे लंबा वाक्य को नहीं जाऊले आ कौन करते broke it up into its components. Broke it up ताको भांगी दोले broke it up into what its components. जब I saw 5 students were playing in the field while I was returning from the school. This was a lengthy sentence, isn't it? This is a lengthy sentence. Had a system which we took a fairly long sentence and broke it off into its components by means of black, red, blue, and green inks. कौन करते black, red, blue, green करी इंक करी से सब कंपोनेंट्स मार्क कर करते ठीक है ब्लैक रेड ब्लू एंड ग्रीन इंक्स सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट रिलेटिव क्लॉज कंडीशनल क्लॉज कंजक्टिव्स एंड डिसजंक्टिव केमती भाग करते सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट रिलेटिव क्लॉज कंडीशनल क्लॉज कंजक्टिव एंड डिसजंक्टिव क्लॉजेस एटसेट्रा ए भलिया से भाग करी दौथिले ठीक है each had its color and its bracket. Each had its color and bracket. आउ सब जो पार्ट सब भाग होइके रहथिला had its color and bracket. तार माने सेपरेट कलर थिला और सेपरेट ब्रैकेट भितरे रहथिला मोरल सो each has समस्तंगर सेपरेट कलर थिला और सेपरेट ब्रैकेट भितरे रहथिला मोरल no one else has ever taught object relative clause conditional clause. Okay, each had its color and its bracket. It was a kind of drill and it was a kind of drill. और এটা कौन थिला it was a kind of drill. এটা ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରକାର drill थिला. It was a kind of test. It was a kind of practice. Okay, so it was a kind of drill. Marilla? It's kind of, we did it almost daily, and we did it almost daily. ଆଉ ଏଇଟା ଆମେ ସବୁଦିନ କରୁଥିଲୁ. We did it almost daily. ଆଜି ସବୁଦିନ ଆମେ କରୁଥିଲୁ. ବୁଝିଗଲା? As I remained in the third fourth, and as I remained in the third fourth, कौन है? As I remained in the third fourth, जमती कि मो चार्टा सेक्शन के थ्रू 3 नंबर सेक्शन रे रहउतले मो सबटो तळे रहउतले. Third fourth, what was happening? 3 times as long as anyone else. 3 times as long as anyone else. सो बाकी माने जो स्टूडेंट माने से माने जेते थर करथिले मु ताठारो अधिक मते करिवा पई पडुथला. कारण मु सबटा तळे थिली ना, जो माने तळे थिले से माने अधिक करिवे. So that's why I have to do it 3 times more than the other students. Okay, then what happened? I had daily, as I remained in the third floor 3 times as long as anyone else. I had, 3 times I learned thoroughly. I learned it thoroughly. I learned it thoroughly. ମୁଁ ଏଟା କରି ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିସ୍ କରି ମୁଁ ସବୁ thoroughly ମାନେ ଜାଣିଗଲି. I learned it. ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷକୁ ରିପିଟେଡ୍ କଲେ କେମିତି ହେବ? I learned it thoroughly. ମୁଁ ପୁରା through ହେଇଗଲି ପୁରା. I was getting in detail one. Buddhadev, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Buddha, tell other students to join me. Yeah, inform other students. 3 times as long as I know. Okay, which is a noble thing. So thus I got into my bones the essential what structure of the ordinary British sentence. No problem, no problem. Tell other. बाकी पिलावान को join करियो पे. And when after structure, okay, learned it thoroughly. Thus I got into my bones the essential structure of the ordinary British sentences. Namaste. So and ए भाव रे कहला मोर अस्थि मज्जागत हो गला. इंग्रजीटा मु पानी भलिया पीते. लोक कहते नहीं इंग्रजी पूरा पानी कर दैछि. तो इंग्रजी रो जो नॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर गुडा थिला सब स्ट्रक्चर मोर अस्थि मज्जागत हो गला. I got all the structure of English into my bones. इंग्रजी पूरा मो पाई माने पानी भलिया. Yes, ठीक अछि. So I learned it thoroughly. Thus I got into my bones the essential structure of the ordinary British sentence. Which is noble thing. Which is noble thing, and it was a good. It a बहुत बढ़िया जिनिस था. So which is noble thing. It was a good thing for me. एटा मो पाई गोटे भलो जिनिस थिला. ठीक है. Which is a noble thing. And when in after years, किसी दिन गला पर माने जेतबेला हम बड़ हो in after years, my school fellows who had won prizes and distinction for writing such beautiful Latin poetry and pithy Greek epigrams had to come down again to common English to earn their living or make the way. What happens? Look at this. What happens? Now, and my school fellows who had won prizes, जो पिला माने, my school fellows. Good morning. Yes, Sanjukta beta. Good morning. Ashish, good morning, namaste. So what happens, which is a noble thing, and when in after years my school fellows who are on prizes and distinction, more जो school fellow माने थे, school साथी माने थे, जो माने सब prize पाओ थे, कोथरे, Latin रे, Greek रे, सब prize पाओ थे, okay, they were getting prizes in Latin and Greek. Distinction, prizes, distinction कहले सम्मान, distinction कहले सम्मान. Tell other student to join me. Tell yes, circulate it. Distinction for writing such beautiful Latin poetry and pithy epigrams. Pithy कहले brief. Epigrams means short explanatory stories. Epigrams means short explanatory story. And pithy कहले brief. छोटे छोटे वाले खास वो paragraphs. Who had won prizes and distinction for writing such beautiful Latin poetry and pithy Greek epigrams had to come down. ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ତଳକୁ ଆସିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିଲା. କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ ତଳକୁ ଆସିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିଲା? ସେମାନେ ତ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ୁନଥିଲେ, ସେମାନେ କ'ଣ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ? ଲାଟିନ୍ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ ଆଉ ମ୍ୟାଥମେଟିକ୍ସ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ. ତ ତଳକୁ କାହିଁକି ଆସିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିଲା? What is the reason? To earn their living. ବଞ୍ଚିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାକିରି ଦରକାର, ବଞ୍ଚିବା ପାଇଁ ପଇସା ଦରକାର. And you must know that how to communicate in English As you know, I have told you in all my classes, English is a high-fi language. No normal people is able to speak English. English is the language that communicate the world, ପୃଥିବୀକୁ ଏକତ୍ରିତ କରି ରଖିଛି ଗୋଟେ ସୂତାରେ ଗୁନ୍ଥିଲା ଭଳିଆ ରଖିଛି. Which language? That is English. So the most essential language in the world is nowadays what? English, because it is the language of science, it is the language of technology. Yes or no? So what happens to earn their living or make their way? To earn their living or make their way, ତାଙ୍କର ଜୀବନ ଯାତ୍ରାର ପଥ ତିଆରି କରିବା ପାଇଁ, ତାଙ୍କର ବଞ୍ଚିବା ସାଧନ ପାଇବା ପାଇଁ, ମାନେ ଜୀବନ ଭଲ ଜୀବନ ବଞ୍ଚିବା ପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ କ'ଣ କଲେ? ସେମାନେ ଶେଷକୁ ସେଇ ଇଂଲିଶ ପାଖକୁ ହିଁ ଆସିଲେ. ଦେ କେମ୍ ଟୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ଏଗେନ୍. ଆରେ ରମଣା ବୁଲି ବୁଲି କରି ସେଇ ଅଗଣା କହନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ. I did not feel myself at any disadvantage, and at that time I didn't feel myself with any disadvantage. ସେତେବେଳେ ମୋତେ ଲାଗିଲା ଯେ ମୋର କିଛି ଭୁଲ ହେଇନାହିଁ, ମୋର କିଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ହେଇନାହିଁ, ମୁଁ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ିକି କିଛି ଭୁଲ କରିନାହିଁ. If the final destination is English and I am from the beginning in the English, that's why I have not done any mistake. There is no problem for me because I am learning English. Yes or no? So again, to common English, to own daily, I didn't feel myself at any disadvantage. Good morning, Riyad. Rekha, good morning. Good morning. Disadvantage. At any disadvantage. Naturally, I am biased in favor of boys learning English. By what? Yes, it was a funny situation. Bio? Really? Tell Bio. Tell other students to join me. Other students, they are not coming up. I don't know. I have not advertised today. That's why nobody is coming. Okay, tell them to come and join me. And then I would let the clever ones, I would make them learn English in favor of the boys learning English. What is telling? That I was in favor of, or I was biased for the students who are learning English. ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ପକ୍ଷପାତ କରୁଥିଲି ଯେଉଁ ପିଲାମାନେ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ, ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ମାନେ ପ୍ରାୟୋରିଟି ଦେଉଥିଲି, ଅଦର ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରାୟୋରିଟି ଦେଉ ନଥିଲି. ବୁଝିଗଲେ କି ନାହିଁ? So boys learning, I would make them all learn English. ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ାଉଥିଲି. କେଉଁମାନଙ୍କୁ? those students mean whose students? Those students who are knowledgeable students or wise students or intelligent students. They are coming to me to learn English. ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ାଉଥିଲି. I was teaching them English. ঠিক আছে? I would make them all learn English, and then I would let the clever ones learn Latin as an honor and Greek as a treat, and I would let them learn me. ଆଉ ସେମାନେ ମୋତେ ବତାଉଥିଲେ କ'ଣ? Latin as an honor and Greek as a treat. ବାବୁ ତମେ ଏ ଦୁଇଟା ଜିନିଷ ମୋତେ ବତାଇବ, and in exchange of that I'll teach you. Blackmail କରିବା. ଠିକ ଅଛି? But the only thing I would whip them for, ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଥିଲା ଯୋଉଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ବାଡ଼ଉଥିଲି. ବାଡ଼େଇବା. whip them for would be for not knowing English. I was just making them insult. I was insulting them. ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଇନସଲ୍ଟ କରାଉଥିଲି. କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ? ଯେ ସେମାନେ ଇଂଲିଶ ଜାଣୁନଥିଲେ. because they are unable to speak English, they are unable to read English. That's why that was the advantage with me. ସେଇଟା ଥିଲା ମୋ ପାଖରେ advantage knowing English. I would whip them hard for that. So guys, unpretentious, unfavorable beta. Unpretentious means unfavorable. Okay, Dola. Okay, let me ask you a few questions related to the chapter. The unit is completed, so let's go for the discussion of question and answer. What kind of students were taught Latin and Greek at Harrow? Comment me. What kind of students were taught Latin and Greek at Harrow? The intelligent students. Yes or no? The answer will be the intelligent students. Okay. Second question. Which students were taught only English? Your time start now. 1, 2, 3, 4. The dull students or the dunce students, they were taught English. Okay. Number 5. So sir, unpretentious situation means unfavorable situation. जो खराब परिस्थिति, डोला खराब परिस्थिति, unpretentious situation. ठीक है जी? Okay, 4 number question. What part of the English grammar did he learn from Mr. Somerville? Somerville के तरफ से कौन सीखुଥିଲେ? What part of the English grammar he was learning from Somerville? Yes, parsing, analysis, and synthesis. How to divide a sentence into its elements. It was a kind of practice, what dissecting the verb, the noun, etc. Good morning, Shubham. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Tell other students to us. How did he score over the clever school fellows in after years? After years, when all the students they are to make their way around their living, they must know English. At the time, he got advantage from the other students. Why was he biased in favor of boys teaching English language? Because he himself was a student of English. That's why obviously he was biased in favor of the students learning English. Okay. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପିଲେ ଆମେ ଆଉ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିବା ଆଗକୁ କରିବା ନା ୱିଲ୍ ଷ୍ଟପ୍ ଟୁଡେ ୱିଲ୍ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ୍ ଦ ଚାପ୍ଟର whether anybody is watching or not it doesn't matter to us yes or no let us complete the chapter so now there is a funny thing ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ଫନି ଏଇ ଚାପ୍ଟରର ସବୁଠାରୁ ଫନି ପାର୍ଟ ବିଷୟରେ ପଢ଼ିବା ଯେ ପିଲେ ଆମେ କଲେଜରେ ଯେଉଁ ପଢ଼ୁଛେ ଆମେ ଫନ୍ କରୁନା ମଜା ମଜଲିସ୍ କରୁନା ନା ମଜା ମଜଲିସ୍ yes we are doing merry making and we have friends amar bandhu mane thanti ame moja moj masti karu and college life college yes no ठीक अछि तो वर्तमान कॉलेज रो से बड़ा सिचुएशन गोटे विंस्टन चर्चिल केमती से सिचुएशन फेस करथिले वर्तमान से विषय हम पढिबा I first went to Harrow in the summer term I first went to Harrow in the summer term मु ग्रीष्म ऋतु रे प्रथम करी ग्रीष्म ऋतु कोटी जाइली हारो को जाइली फर्स्ट वेंट टू हारो इन द समर टर्म द स्कूल पोजेस्ट द बिगेस्ट स्विमिंग बाथ द स्कूल पोजेस्ट स्कूल पाखरे थिला द बिगेस्ट स्विमिंग बाथ सबठार बड़ स्विमिंग पूल टा थिला का पाखरे स्विमिंग बाथ पले स्विमिंग पूल का पाखरे थिला हारो पाखरे थिला हारो स्कूल रा थिला द बिगेस्ट स्विमिंग बाथ I had ever seen मो जीवन देखी माने केड़े बड़ बड़ पुल देखी सबू पुल ठारू सबुठ बड़ पुल थिला कौन एटा जो हारो रे जो स्विमिंग पुल था स्विमिंग बाथ I had ever seen it was more like the bend of a river than a bath it was more like the bend of a river than a bath माने एटा गोटे नदी रो बांक भलिया देखा जाउतला केमति देखा जाउतला it was more like a bend of a river than a bath माने सेटा स्विमिंग पूल कम देखा जाउतला आ नदी भलिया एटा बेसी देखा जाउतला it was just bent like a river it was more like a bend of a river than a bath and it had two bridges across it has two bridges across it these are the bridges across it getting me so these are the bridges दुईटा ब्रिज थिला ठीक अछि दुईटा ब्रिज थिला and thither 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 means there sei jaga re thither what happens we used to repair for hours we used to there yes by word there we used to repair means go in group am sati jao group hai jao we used to repair for hours घंटा धरी sati bas repair for hours at a time and bask between our deeds bask means enjoy bask koile enjoy bask means enjoy between our dips koile budo dips koile budo dips koile kon budo pukeba pani re gadeba so okay what happens these are we used to repair for hours and time and bask between our dips eating enormous bones boro mane pizza burger सब जाइने खाइलो enormous bones on the hot asphalt margin यार जो margin जो थियो ए margin मन करे हम बसी दियो hot गरम है तो खरा देने तो hot asphalt margin रे बसी दिया ना हम करबो rest करबो we'll take rest we'll talk with each other and we'll go for merry making yes or no and naturally it was a good joke to come up behind some naked friend and naturally it was a good joke to come up behind some naked friend कोन से बंधु नहीं है asphalt कहले actually जो गोटे गोटे जगह देखिथिबो मोजाकी बुझुछ मोजाकीर जो माने मोजाकी पड़िथिबो गेटी पड़िथिबो आ से सीमेंट सेटा ही पारे एक दुई नंबर पिचू पिचू जोटी पिचू ढोळे हेथिबो सेटा जो ताकु थिबो दैट इज कॉल्ड एस्फाल्ट बुझिला गोटा मोजाकी मेटल सब लागिथिबो तो ऊपर पॉलिश हेथिबो सेटा ताकु दैट इज सेकंड हला पिचू पिचू पड़िथिबो जो पॉलिश हेथिबो दैट इज ओके. So good joke to come up behind some naked friend, and it was a good joke to come up behind some naked friend. कि गोटे लंगड़ा आइथिबो कि नहीं तार पछुआड़े आसिकिरी छपी छपी गिरी जाइकिरी पेन दबाटा केते मजा लागुथबो नै कि. So it was a good joke to come up behind some naked friend or even enemy. सेटा बंधु ही पारे शत्रु ही पारे doesn't matter, anybody can be there. तार पछे जीवो ताको छपी छपी जाइकी पानी भितरको ढेली दबो केते मजा लाग्यो. Or even enemy and push him in out that tell them and push him in. Okay, push him in. I made quite a habit of this. I made quite a habit of this. ये बड़े अभ्यास तो मोर थिला लोक मन को माने उंगली करवाटा नहीं जन को जाई के माने ठेल दवाटा ताको ये कर दवाटा सेटा सही अभ्यास मोर थिला. Okay. One day when I had been no more than a month in the school, but I just message school class. Just a month. Really? Just a month. Huh? And what happens? I saw a boy standing in a meditative posture. What happens? And chogala, pila mane chogala na nahi, mano to kuare kuare thibo. So I saw a boy standing in a meditative posture. ଗୋଟେ ପିଲା ଦେଖାଗଲା ଯେ ଗୋଟେ ଧ୍ୟାନ ମୁଦ୍ରାରେ I saw a boy in meditative posture. ତ ସେ ଧ୍ୟାନ କରୁଛି ସେ କୂଳରେ ବସିକିରି meditative posture. Then what happens? Wrapped in a towel on the very brink. Wrapped on a towel. ଗୋଟେ ଗାମୁଛା ପିନ୍ଧିକି କୂଳରେ ସେ ଠିଆ ହେଇଛି. Wrapped on a towel on the very brink. କୂଳରେ ଠିଆ ହେଇଛି. He was no bigger than I was. मोर भलिया का देखा मो ठार मुझे लंबा थी मुझे हाइट थी से हाइट का देखा नो बिगर देन I was. Okay, so I thought him a fair game. Brink kulo कहले कुलो. So I thought him a fair game. मु कहली ये ता मुर्गा उडा मिलेला मते. I thought him a fair game. Let's play a game with that person. So what did I do? What did I do? कहली एटा एका लोक उडा मिलिछि तार संगे टिके मजा करिवा मस्ती करिवा बोली मु भाबिली. Coming stealthily behind, I pushed him in. Coming stealthily behind. Then what I did, I pulled him in. I pulled him in. Pushed him in, holding onto his towel. हातरे तार गामछा धरिछि आ गोटे हातरे ताको पेली देली होल्डिंग onto his towel. Okay, out of humanity, मानविकता दृष्टिरु मते करिवार नथिला, but I did that. किंतु मु सेमति कली. I did that from the foam, and I was startled to see a furious face. And after some time, I was startled. Startled means confused, afraid. Startled to see. जेतବେଳେ देखिली what a furious face. गोटे डरावना मुह देखागला मते. A furious face emerged from the water foam. से पानी भितरु मते गोटे furious face देखागला. There was a furious face and it was emerging slowly from the foam. I was just startled. I was trembling with fear. What to do, what not to do. I was confused. Yes, what is the situation? How can I face such a situation? I was confused. I had no words to explain. What should I do now? I have already done the mistake. That was the problem. Pushed him in, holding onto his towel out of humanity so that it should not get wet. So why did I hold the towel? That it should not get wet. ଯେମିତି ସେ ଗାମୁଛାଟା ଓଦା ହବ ନାହିଁ, ମୁଁ ଓଦା ହବନି, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ କ'ଣ କଲି, ମୁଁ ଗାମୁଛାଟାକୁ ଧରି ଦେଲି. Not get wet. I was startled. Okay. Evidently of enormous strength making it sway my fist and being evidently of enormous strength. The person who was in the water, पानी रे भितर जिए थिला से ମୋ ଆଡ଼କୁ କଟାମଟ କରିକି ଚାହିଁକି ଫିୟର ଷ୍ଟ୍ରୋକ୍ ମାରି ମାରିକି ମୋ ଆଡ଼କୁ ଚାଲି ଆଉଥିଲା। ସତେକି ମୋତେ ମାରି ପକେଇବ ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ ହେଇଥିଲା। ସି ୱାଜ୍ କମିଂ ଟୁୱାର୍ଡସ୍ ମି, ସେ ମୋ ପଟକୁ ଆଉଥିଲା। ଇନର୍ମସ୍ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରେନ୍ଥ, ଅତ୍ୟଧିକ ବଳଶାଳୀ ଲୋକଟା ଥିଲା, ଅତ୍ୟଧିକ ବଳଶାଳୀ ଥିଲା ସେ ପିଲା। ଇନର୍ମସ୍ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରେନ୍ଥ मेकिंग इट्स वे बाय फिश स्ट्रोक्स, पानी को जोर जोर रे करी से मो आड़ को पळे आउथला, माने जोर आड़े दी मो आड़ को पळे आउथला। टू द शोर, शोर कहले कूल, टू द शोर आई फ्लेड मु पळे जीवा पई चेष्टा कली। व्हाट डिड आई डू? आई ट्राई टू फ्ली अवे, मु पळे जीवा पई चेष्टा कली। आई फ्लेड बट इन वैन, वैन कहले वृथा। मु माने सेठु दौड़िबा पई चेष्टा कली, किंतु मु जाई पारिली नाही। मोर चेष्टा वृथा गला, मु जाई पारिली नाही। स्विफ्ट एज द विंड, स्विफ्ट एज द विंड, पवन भलिया बेगरे, स्विफ्ट एज द विंड। स्विफ्ट बोले माने फास्ट, विंड कहले पवन, स्विफ्ट एज द विंड माय परस्यूर ओवरटुक मी। मोर अनुधावक, परस्यूर कहले अनुधावक, जे मते फॉलो करथला, फॉलोअर। माय परस्यूर ओवरटुक मी, मते आसिकी धरी पकेला, ओवरटुक करिनेला, से ओवरटेक करिनेला, overtook me, seized me in ferocious grief, seized me, से मते धरी पकेला, seized me in ferocious grief, भयंकर माने तार एते शक्ति थिला जे मु छटपट होउथाय किंतु जाई पारो न थाय। yes, he seized me in ferocious grief and hauled me कहले घोसाड़ी नवा, hauled me into the deepest part of the pool, into the deepest part of the pool। से जो स्विमिंग पूल रो सबठार गहिरिया पार्ट थिला, जो डीप पार्ट थिला, सेठी की मते से पानी भितर ठेली टाणी कि नै गला के दैट पर्सन। आई शुड स्क्रैम्बल्ड आउट ऑन द अदर साइड, स्क्रैम्बल्ड आउट जन तन प्रकार जाय कि माने माने छोड़े गिरी जाय कि बाहर के आवा। स्क्रैम्बल्ड आउट टू कम आउट एज क्विकली एज पॉसिबल, संगे संगे ताटू छोड़े गिरी आसिकी कोट रही गली, कुड़ू पळे आइली। आई स्क्रैम्बल्ड आउट other side and found myself surrounded by an agitated crowd of younger boys, and found myself, surrounded by an agitated crowd of younger boys। सानो सानो पिला माने मोर चारिपटे घेरी जाइतिले। मु जेतबे कूलको गली बहुत पिला आसी मोर चारिपटे जमा ही गले। एजिटेटेड क्राउड ऑफ यंगर बॉयज, बहुत के पिला थिले मोर चारिआडे दळ ही के जमा ही जाइतिले से माने यंगर बॉयज। एंड दे टोल्ड, से माने कहले फिर्स भयंकर, फिर्स कहले भयंकर डरावना, यू आर इन फॉर इट। एंड दे टोल्ड मी यू आर इन फॉर इट, भलो है तोते, तू योग्य सेटा आहुरी टिके हबार थिला, एटा कम हला। यस, दे स्टार्टेड स्कोल्डिंग द ऑथर, दे स्टार्टेड स्कोल्डिंग विंस्टन चर्चिल, यू आर इन फॉर इट, the right punishment is being given to you, they told, the students told, to whom? To Winston Churchill। yeah, okay, and they said, do you know what you have done? Hello, yes Rajesh, yeah, I can see you, thank you। So what happens? You deserve it, they told me, you deserve it, तोते दरकार बाबू, तू से बड़ा काम कर, तू से बड़ा फल पाइबा दरकार, you are in for it, you know, तू जानी छो सेटा के? Do you know Wizzy? Do you know Wizzy? I've done, it's Emery। What is the name of that person by? Yeah, it's Emery। What is the name? Emery। Author, it's not possible Rajesh, it's not possible beta, already one unit is over and second unit is about to complete। You are late, I'll try again after some days if I'll get time। It's not possible for now, it's not possible also, okay। So he is head of his house and Emery is the head of his house। Emery is the head of his house। Emery तंगर जो section दिला से section रो head दिला के Emery, head of his house, is the head of his house। He is champions at gym and he is a champion। God bless you Dukishyam, God bless you। what happens? Recount, okay, he is champion at gym and he was a man of gym, he was taking regular exercise, he was champion at gym road champion okay, Emery champion at gym, and he has got his football colors and he has reputation in football also, he has reputation in football, he is a good player of football, good football color। They continue to recount means to explain. Recount means to explain. Recount means to explain. Recount his many titles. Recount his many titles. तार सब उपाधि तार डेजिग्नेशन विषय से माने वर्णना करी जाए. Recount his many titles and to fame and reverence. Okay, titles to fame and reverence. Fame कहले सम्मान और reverence कहले fame बोले ख्याति, reverence कहले सम्मान. तार fame और reverence भीतर से माने वर्णना करी चले गए. And to dilate upon माने explain. They are explaining, just explaining. Dilate upon the awful retribution कहले कौन मिले मोर जो माने दुखद हवार थिला मते जो प्रॉब्लम हवार थिला आगु because I have played with that man who is what football at his own color. He was the champion of the gym. He was the leader of his house, and that boy, I have played with that boy. That's why whatever punishment should be there on me, should come upon me. They were just narrating. They were recounting all those things at the time. Retribution, the awful retribution. That means the fearful punishment. जो punishment हम पाइबार थिला से विषय से माने कहूतले. Retribution that would fall upon me. जोटा मो परे परिवार थिला that would fall upon me. I was convulsed. मोर मुंडो झिमझिम हे गला. मते पातो मारेला बळ्या लागेला. I was convulsed. Yes or no? And not only with terror, खाली जे डर थिला नहीं सेमती किछि नहीं. No terror कहले भय. Not only with terror but with the guilt of sacrilege. कहले मो जो माने अजाना रे जो दोष कर देथिली मते माने गिल्टी फील होउतला, अपमान फील होउतला. गिल्ट ऑफ सैक्रिलेज. unknowingly you have done something fault, किसी भूल कर देछो. से भूलटा माने वर्तमान एक्सप्लेन भी करि पारनो तुमको गिल्टी फील होउछ. दैट इज कॉल्ड गिल्ट ऑफ सैक्रिलेज. दैट you understand that you have done something wrong. You mustn't have done that, but you've done it. You can't change it. That's the feeling. Whatever feeling will be there, that's called guilt of sacrilege. That would call guilt of sacrilege. How could I tell his rank when he was in bath towel and so small? The author is telling, how could I tell his rank? ମୁଁ କେମିତି ଜାଣିଥାନ୍ତି ତାର ବିଷୟରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ବାଥ୍ ଟାୱେଲ ଥିଲା ଅଥବା ଗାମଛା ପିନ୍ଧିକି ଠିଆ ହେଇଥିଲା, ଛୋଟ ଦେଖା ଯାଉଥିଲା. ମୁଁ କେମିତି ଜାଣିଥାନ୍ତି ଯେ rank when he was in bath towel and so small and is so small, determined to apologized immediately. So what did I do? ମୁଁ କ'ଣ କଲି? Determined, ମୁଁ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ କଲି. I was certain, I was very clear that I'll go there and I'll apologize. ମୁଁ ଯିବି ତା ପାଖକୁ ଏବଂ କ୍ଷମା ମାଗିବି. Apologize immediately. I approached the potentate in lively trepidation. I approached, ମୁଁ ଆଗେଇଲି ତା ପାଖକୁ. Approached ମାନେ बढ़िवा ता पाखକୁ ଯିବା. I approached the potentate, a person with strong power, opponent with strong power. Potentate कहले विरोधी, भयंकर, जे कि बलवान विरोधी. तमर विरोध रे जने गोठी आइछ और से तुमठार बेसी पावरफुल. Potentate, lively trepidation. मते बहुत डर लागुतला. Trepidation माने मो भितर थिला से trepidation टा से भयटा थिला. State of alarm, dread. माने मु बहुत डरुथिली धीरे धीरे ता पाखु जिबा पई साहस संचय कली. Trepidation. Then I am very sorry. What did I do? What did I say? I'm very sorry. I told him, I'm very sorry. I said, I mistook you for a fourth form boy. I mistook you. मो आपको माने मो अलगा वेरे नहीं गली. I mistook you as a fourth form boy. माने 4 क्लास रो पिला बोले भाबुतली मोटर जूनियर बोले भाबुतली. Please यार, sorry ना. You're small. It didn't seem at all placated. 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 बुझिबा शांत हेबा. He didn't seem at all placated. मते लागिला नहीं से माने शांत हला बोली ये माने कन्विंस हला बोली. Placated by this, so I added. तेणु मो कहिली कोन कहिली, so I added. A most brilliant recovery. In a most brilliant recovery. सुंदर भावे रिकवर करिके कहली कोन कहली रिकवरी. My father, मो पापा, my father is a great man. So great man, महान लोक, great man. What are the name of his father? Comment me. What are the name of his father? So he did not seem at all placated. Okay, great man is also small. CAB छोटो. ତମେ ଯେମିତି ଛୋଟ ମୋ ବାପା ଯିଏକି ବଡ଼ ମାନେ ଲୋକ ଜଣେ ବିଶିଷ୍ଟ ରାଜନୀତିଜ୍ଞ ହି ଇଜ୍ ଅଲସୋ a small person, he is also a small person. At this he laughed, and ei katha sunila pare at this he laughed, se hasila. And after some general remarks, after some general remarks, kichi kohila se general remarks tela about my cheek, more gala bisare se kohila about my cheek, and how I had better be careful, how I had better be careful. ମୋତେ ସେ ମାନେ ସତର୍କ କରିଦେଲା ଯେ ଭବିଷ୍ୟତରେ ଆଉ ଏଭଳିଆ କାମ କରିବୁ ନାହିଁ, better be careful in the future. Signified that the incident was closed. From this it was very clear that the incident was closed. Now let us see the question and answer. How did the boy enjoy their time at the swimming bath? No, I'll not go to the question and answer because only 6 students are there now. So let me complete the unit IV today. I'll have a discussion on this live class, okay, about the question and answer another day. I have been fortunate to see a good deal more of him. I have been fortunate to see Lord Randolph Churchill. Yes, Lord Randolph, you are correct. I have been fortunate to see a good deal more of him. I have been fortunate, more सौभाग्य जे मु से जो पिला थिला एमएलए थिला तांको सहित बहुत दिन मोर कनेक्शन रहिला. More of him in times when 3 years different in age is not so important as it is at school, and it was a time when there is no difference between what age. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ +2 first year. Pankaj, hi. So what happens, ଏବେ ଆମେ +2 ପଢୁଛୁ. +2 पढ़ला बेला हमको कौन लगुचे आम जो फर्स्ट इयर पिला अच्छा आम जूनियर टू मी सीनियर टू मी एमती बोली चलुची किंतु से पिला जो माने आमर ग्रेजुएशन सरी आम समस्त सांग हो 1 year doesn't matter, the difference doesn't matter. So important it is all school. We were afterwards to be cabinet colleagues for a good many years. बहुत दिन धरी आम cabinet colleague हेगी थिलु, Emery and me, Winston Churchill, West Point. I should gain a prize, okay. It was thought incongruous, incongruous, asadharana. Incongruous means asadharana. That while I apparently means clearly, apparently stagnated in the lowest form, lowest form actually. I was stagnated in the lowest form. What happens? Lowest form, I should gain a prize open to the whole school for reciting to the headmaster 1200 lines of Macaulay's Lays of Ancient Rome. সেই সময় হেডমাস্টরଙ୍କ ଦ୍ୱାରା ଡକ୍ଟର ୱେଲ୍ଡନଙ୍କ ଦ୍ୱାରା ଗୋଟେ ରାଇମ୍ କମ୍ପିଟିସନ୍ ହେଇଥିଲା. କୋଉ ରାଇମ୍? ଦ Macaulay's ଦ Ancient Rome, ସେଇ ରାଇମ୍ କମ୍ପିଟିସନ୍ ହେଇଥିଲା. रुचि, नमस्ते बेटा, गॉड ब्लेस यू, you are late. Okay, the lowest form, I should gain a prize open to the whole school, and I gained that prize open to the whole school. पूरा स्कूल रे कंपटीशन होतला. आई से स्कूल रे मु से प्राइज टा पाइतली. जदी भी मु सब बेले तळे रहउथली, समटंकर तळे रहउथली, से हेडमास्टर को द्वारा जो कंपटीशन हेतिला से ओपन कंपटीशन टा पूरा स्कूल को नेकी से समय रे मु फर्स्ट हेतिली से कंपटीशन रे Rome without making a single mistake, and I recited the 1200 lines poem. Macaulay's, the Ancient Rome, 1200 line poems, and I became fast. More prathama hoili seti without a single mistake. Got a single mistake भी मोरो hey नथिला. I also succeeded in passing the preliminary examination for the army, and I also succeeded in clearing the preliminary examination to the army. Army ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ preliminary examination ହେଇଥିଲା. ସେଇ examination ରେ ହୋଇ ମୁଁ କଣ କରିଥିଲି? Yes, I was succeeded. ମୁଁ pass ହେଇଥିଲେ. And for the army, while still almost all the bottom of the school, ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ସବୁଠୁ ତଳେ ଥିଲି, I was in the bottom of the school. At that time, I had cleared that examination. ସବୁଠୁ ତଳେ ଥିବା. This examination seemed to have called forth a very special effort on my part, and this examination seemed to have called forth. ଏହାକୁ କୁହାଯାଉଥିଲା, କ'ଣ କୁହାଯାଉଥିଲା? A very special effort on my part, ମୋ ତରଫରୁ called forth on niya jaitila. What called forth is a phrasal verb niya jaithiba. So I have taken special efforts. ମୁଁ କ'ଣ କରିଥିଲି ସ୍ପେଶାଲ efforts ନେଇଥିଲି ତା ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ଅସାଧାରଣ ପ୍ରଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିଥିଲି କ'ଣ କରିଥିଲି for many boys far above me in the school failed in it because why it was the special effort from me because most of the boys in the school failed to clear the examination. Reason, what are the reason? Because most of the boys in the school failed to clear the examination. In the school failed in it. I also had a piece of good luck and I also had a piece of good luck. କ'ଣ ହେଲା ମୋର ଭାଗ୍ୟ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଥିଲା କେମିତି piece of good luck. We knew that among other questions we should be asked to draw from memory a map of some country or other, and it was clear to us, the teacher had told us that there will be a question on which that you have to draw a map. गोटे मानचित्र तैयारी करबा प्रश्नटा निश्चित भावे आसीबो कोठी एग्जामिनेशन रे. The night before, by way of final preparation राति रे मुझे फाइनल प्रिपरेशन लगे प्रिपेयर करतली कोन हला by way of final preparation I put the names of all the maps in the atlas into a hat. I put the map of all the map into a hat. I put the map of all the country into a hat, and what happens? And drew out New Zealand. Our Congolese se vitru New Zealand taku tani. Se hat vitre so na pagegi se na tani. I applied my good memory. पूरा सब memory try करके क्या बोली मुझे टा लान कर देली. Applied my good memory to the geography of the dominion. से अंचल से राज्य से geography dominion को मन रखिबा पई सब मु कोन कर देली. I applied my memory. Sure enough, the first question was draw a map on New Zealand, and it was very clearly, apparently, I saw when I saw the question, I was excited that the first question was draw a map on New Zealand. Pratham question kon thila draw a map on New Zealand. This was what is called at Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo is a French city. At Monte Carlo, an N plane, and it is called in Monte Carlo. It was a French city. N plane. Kon khaliba? It was a kind of gambling. Jua khaliba. It was a kind of gambling. Hela hela no hela nai hegala jdi hegala. And I ought to have been paid 35 times my stakes, and I ought to have been paid 35 times of my stake. मुझे परीक्षा रे 35 पाइतली आउ पास करि जाइतली. However, I certainly got paid very high marks for my paper. And however, I certainly got paid very high marks for that paper. से परीक्षा पाई मु बहुत भलो मार्क पाइतली. So that's all your on examination chapter. And yet I don't think students are interested to sit in the live class. Okay, thank you for watching. So the next we'll go for a poem of first year. I'll go for class first year class will be there. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.